It's Steve Skats. If you don't know who I am, you probably don't have the internet. This is Marsten House Cyphers, Volume 3. Big shout out, Ventilation X, Indie Photography, everybody that's here. Alright, let's get it.
Dom Clardy, co-owner, yeah, engineer, producer, musician.
I am Steve Skats, the owner, producer, engineer, artist.
Ethan Mintz. I'm an engineer, I mix songs, I produce artists at Marsten House Recording. I'm a co-owner here. I make music, that's what I do.
I met Ethan and then we got together and we put together a business plan and took out a loan and built this thing from the ground up.
I was doing shows in his basement and me and Steve got really tight after that, and then we decided one day that we were gonna open up a recording studio. I couldn't do anything else. I've tried it, you know. I'd probably be working in some department store in the Willow Grove Mall, or, you know, somewhere selling shoes or selling BS clothes to teenagers.
My dad, he knew that I don't know how to do anything else, so he knew that this was either it for me or I was going to work at McDonald's for the rest of my life or something.
I was fine with it. I mean, I knew it was always going to go in that direction, music direction anyways. So, you know, it was just a matter of how it was going to happen. But we talked about it for a long time. And then finally made some things happen.
If it wasn't for him and then my mom's husband too, he really backed us too. We definitely wouldn't have got the money. Me and Ethan put together this big business plan to try to convince my mom's husband to get behind us. He was a little more hard to persuade, but he came along. And actually recently we had to go back to him and he was for it because we were, you know, we pay off that money. We definitely have over 100 grand in the studio. And I mean, like, we just bought new mics. It was like $6 grand a piece. So, and music. If you're getting into the music business, you gotta be prepared to spend a lot of money.
I think a lot of people really thought that, you know, taking out a big loan was a bad decision, my parents included. I was a little hesitant about it at first, but I like taking risks. You know, I had to do something to get ahead of everyone else.
Steve and Ethan had already built the studio by the time I joined up with them. Automatically had to join in on the loan, so I'm like in there with them. We, I mean, yeah, paying that back was crazy, but it all worked out with all the hard work we put in.
Well, I mean, you know, we're doing pretty good. I mean, you know, we have what do you call it? We've been paying off the loan. There's not much actually left on the loan, so you know, pretty soon we'll, you know, Marsten House gets mugged, you know, Marsten House. Yeah, we get mugged like that.
Oh my God, the building process was awful. We had you know, it was always raining, or, you know, we have someone who wouldn't show up to do some work.
One time we had our whole floor collapse. That was crazy, and then we had a whole bunch of sessions booked that entire week, and we had to just rebuild the floor from scratch. Like, we restarted the building, basically.
We didn't really know what we were doing, so my dad really kind of took charge of that. If if he wasn't there, this would be a real shoddy studio. But I mean, it was frustrating. It was probably one of the most frustrating, stressful experiences of my life because we kept running out of money and kept running out of time.
It's taking a lot of work. You know, I mean, every time something happens, we got to get in there and, you know, fix it up. But hey, it's what they want to do. So, you know, I'm going to be there to help them do what they need to do.
Here at Marsten House, one thing that we pride other than quality audio recording is our extensive video game collection.
No doubt.
What I like about this studio is just the atmosphere. That's what makes a good studio too, besides having a good engineer. The engineering is incredible down here, but the atmosphere, you know, you come through, I mean, they got pizzas here sometimes. They got the video game system. Like, so if you like Nintendo, if you like PlayStation, whatever, they got everything. They got the old Atari in that joint.
I've been to a lot of different places
all across Philadelphia. I mean, I'm not saying there's not good producers out there, but everyone vibes different with different people, you know. I just think that this was the home that I found that I meshed well with because of their personalities. They have, I like to call it, I guess it's the je ne sais quoi, you know, they have that special, that it factor about them that makes you know, you want to be around these type of people. They're doing big things, and they really care about the product that they put out, and they care about every artist that gets in here. A lot of people just get artists and they just collect a paycheck. They don't do that. They actually take time to get to know you, and they get to help mold you and direct you. So I respect them for that. I can see so much potential. They're so young, and they've achieved so much at such a young age that it's just, it's impressive, and I honestly, I'm curious to see where it's going to end up.
Here you get the quality, the price, the personality. We hang out with them before, during, and after. You know, we'll kick it even when we don't have time just because these are our type of people.
We definitely do things that other studios don't do at all. We go to, you know, people's shows, we do stuff that other studios, and I know from other people who have come in saying like, yo, you guys, you're really hooking me up. Like, I've never had this type of experience, and like that's what I'll live for, is like making the best experience possible for everyone that comes in here.
We're $25 an hour, so, and we definitely work with artists. That's one thing that I know a lot of other studios don't do. We definitely work with artists. We're like the most professional studio that you can be friends with. There is no other studio in Philadelphia that puts out the same quality for the price that we charge.
We go to every event that we can. The freestyle videos are a big promotional thing for us because they help out us, they help out the artists who come and do them.
Lately we've been doing this Cypher series where we have 10 up-and-coming Philadelphia artists come in and do a cypher with a big-name DJ, and then we just blast them on YouTube. We put them all over the website, like all over the internet. Like All Flamers has been putting them up. Hip Hop Since '87, a whole bunch of websites have been featuring all of our ciphers.
If you're really passionate about something and you really want to do something with your life, you can't let anything hold you back. You can't let anyone tell you that something's not going to work out just because it didn't work for someone else. You really just got to have the drive and motivation and dedication to do, you know, what you want to do, and what essentially like what you love. That's what I'm doing here.
I feel like if you're not going to take risks in life in general, then there's really no point in living. The economy's rough, but you got to take a shot or you're going to be stuck in doing something you don't want to do for the rest of your life.
I feel like nobody's really doing like trying to be a young business owner, like taking such a big risk so early on. I mean, it's basically what I've done, so like I don't know any other way. It's like just take the risks while you're young. It doesn't work out, I don't know, at least you got time later on. But for right now, taking the risk early, just trying to get your life straight the way you want it, just following your dreams, all that. It's like what I'm about, so that's basically how I just live and just go with it.
We went from a shack in the back of my dad's house to being one of the top recording studios in the Philadelphia area in 3 years. Now we are like 5-star rated, one of the most respected studios, and we really to see the building that we built and all the hard work we put into it. Definitely, I don't think there's a more rewarding feeling.